Hey guys, what's up? He's back. Darryl, my friend. It's been a while. I don't even think you were in a video last year. We kind of missed that.
No, I don't think I will.
But he's been in videos before. Back before this channel turned into the whole music thing. He was in a lot of skits and whatnot. Basically, helped me out with some of my school projects back in the day as well. So there was that too. But how good are you at quizzes?
Terrible.
Well, this is kind of like a sequel video to a video I did with my dad where I gave him a weird band name and he had to guess the correct answer of the 4 choices I gave him, A, B, C, D. Obviously, the non-correct answers were ones that I made up. We're kind of doing something similar to that, but this time it's long song titles. Back in the day, you had a lot of these like heavier metal bands and pop punk artists who would just make their song titles obnoxiously long. Some of those titles had something to do with the song, some of them didn't, but that's just what it was back in the day. So we got 10 of those, and then we got 3 bonus questions, which are albums with long song titles instead of songs. So you get to choose from A, B, C, and you got to guess the correct answer. So the first one is by a band called Asking Alexandria. This is off of their first album, and it's a pretty funny title, but you just have to guess which one's the correct answer. So we have A, I used to have a girlfriend, but then she gave me an STD. We have B, I used to have a boyfriend, but then he gave me an STD. Or C, I used to have a best friend, but then he gave me an STD.
A.
No, it was C, is the best friend. Yeah, that's back when they were in their metalcore days, so it's kind of a ridiculous title. But now we're going to probably the kings of long song titles, at least back in the day. Fall Out Boy, we got, I think, 4 Fall Out Boys that we got on here, but this is the first one, the Fall Out Boy. This is off of their breakthrough record from Under the Cork Tree, the one that had like Sugar We're Going Down and Dance Dance on it. This is the first song on the album. Is it A, our lawyer made us change the name of this song so we wouldn't get sued? B, our lawyer said we shouldn't change the name of the song because we can't get sued? Or C, our lawyer told us to change the name of our song to avoid being sued?
Go with A.
Yeah. Our lawyer made us change the name of the song so we wouldn't get sued. They had an original title for it. I can't remember. And then their lawyer said, we can't do that, we're going to get sued. And that's when they changed it to that title. So there's a story behind that title. Like I said, I can't remember the original working title they had for it. But we're going to stick with Fall Out Boy. And we're going to stick with the same album that we just did, From Under the Cork Tree. This is not really one of their more well-known songs, but it's one of their more well-known song titles. We have A, I messed with someone in Fall Out Boy, so they wrote a stupid song about me. B, I slept with someone in Fall Out Boy, and all I got was a stupid song written about me. Or C, I had sex with someone in Fall Out Boy, and they wrote a stupid song about me.
I'll go with B.
Yep, it was I slept with someone in Fall Out Boy. Again, I don't know what that's...
I'm pretty sure I've heard that one.
I don't know what they're referencing, but that's just a song title.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. So this next one's by Paramore. They didn't really dabble in the long song titles. They did it once, and this is the one song that they did kind of, dabble with the long song title. This is off of their breakthrough album, Riot. The first track on the album. Is it A, for a pessimist, I'm pretty sure it's over. B, for a pessimist, I'm pretty optimistic. Or C, for an optimist, I'm pretty pessimistic.
C.
No, it's the other way around. It's B. For a pessimist, I'm pretty optimistic. Yeah, and that was the only time they dabbled with long...
I don't know that one.
That was the only time they dabbled with long song titles. After that, they just kind of were like, we don't want to be like that, all the other pop-punk bands. This was another band that used to do it. They don't really do it that much anymore. Panic at the Disco, off of their breakthrough record, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, which had I Write Sins, Not Tragedies on it. This is a single off of the album. Is it A, lying is the most fun a girl can have without taking her clothes off? B, lying is the most fun a boy can have without taking his clothes off? Or C, lying is the most fun anyone can have without drinking their ass off?
A.
Yeah, lying is the most fun a girl can have without taking her clothes off. That was made a single. Don't know why. Usually back then when you were a pop-punk band, you didn't make the long song titles singles because they're just hard to remember sometimes. But now we're going to another metalcore band that doesn't really do it anymore. They still do heavy stuff, but not as much. We have Bring Me the Horizon. This is off of their breakthrough record, Suicide Season. You probably never heard it anyway, so we're just going to get into it. Is it A, I've wrote about girls like you on the backs of bathroom stalls? B, I've read about girls like you on the backs of bathroom doors? Or C, I've read about girls like you on the backs of toilet doors.
Who's it by?
Bring Me the Horizon. It's one of their earlier
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know them, bro. We'll go with B.
No, it was C. I've read about girls like you on the backs of toilet doors. I contemplated putting that on there because the song's only 59 seconds long, so it works as an interlude, but it's a song title, so I was like, nah. Going back to Fall Out Boy and that From Under the Cork Tree album, there's a reason that a lot of people only remember Sugar We're Going Down and Dance Dance is because all the song titles are just obnoxiously long. This is off of that same album, as I mentioned. Is it A, I've got a dark alley and a bad idea that says you should shut your mouth, parentheses, summer song. I've got a dark alley and a bad idea that says you should shut your mouth, parentheses, winter song. Or I've got a dark alley and a bad idea that says you should shut your mouth, parentheses, autumn song.
B.
No, it's A, it was summer song.
Damn.
That was the only thing I changed because I'm like, if I do any other subtle change, it's going to be too obvious, so I had to do the parentheses. Next, we have A Day to Remember. They kind of dabbled in the long song titles. Again, I don't really think they do that much anymore. This one's not super long, but it's another unique one that's kind of long for what it is. This is off of their breakthrough record, Homesick. We have A, I'm made of wax, Larry, what are you made of? B, I'm made of clay, Larry, what are you made of? Or C, I'm made of glass, Larry, what are you made of?
Let me go with A.
Yeah, because I'm made of wax, Larry, so that's 2 correct out of 8 so far. Cause Dad got 6 out of 10, I think. Luckily you had 13, so we're still...
I mean, I'm not a big, huge...
Well, no,
I know a lot of...
I knew you wouldn't know a lot of these songs,
Well,
but...
see, that's the thing. I might know the song, but I won't know it until I know it.
But giving it ABC, I felt like was fair, because I'm not making you... Yeah, you know.
I know songs, I just don't know their names or who they're by.
Next,
I didn't recognize them.
Next, we have the second one by Asking Alexandria. This is actually off of their new album, Like a House on Fire. This album came out this year. It was the first time in a while they used a long song title. Is it A, we don't want what they want and we don't care? B, you don't want what we want and I don't care? Or C, they don't want what we want and they don't care?
A.
No, it's C. They don't want what we want and they don't care. It's not, again, obnoxiously long, but it kind of was long for what it was. So this is the last of the songs. We're going back to Bring Me the Horizon. This is also off of their record that came out this year. This actually featured Evanescence's Amy Lee on it. It was kind of a surprise collab. And I think people will know it better for having a long song title. So get ready for this one. Is it A, one day the only heart attacks left will be in your chest as you march towards your death? B, one day the only butterflies left will be in your chest as you march towards your death? Or C, one day the only sickness left will be in your chest as you march towards your death?
C makes the most sense.
No, it's B. One day the only butterflies left, yeah. That was, again...
That was my first guess, but then the sickness made more sense.
That was, again, one that, it was so many words that I'm like, I'm just going to change one word each time because it would have been too much work to try to come up with all this different shit. It's hard sometimes to come up with fake answers because I don't want to make it too obvious, so... These next 3 are album names. These aren't song names. These were bands that named their album. Probably something a little too long for people to remember that they probably, for the most part, just cut it down some way. Like here, 2014, Weezer. They released an album. Was it called Everything Will Be Okay in the End, Everything Will Be Alright in the End, or Everything Will Be Fine in the End?
A.
No, it was B. Everything Will Be Alright in the End. Not necessarily obnoxiously long. Neither is this other one, but a lot of people, kind of, narrow this album down from its regular name. This is also by Fall Out Boy. In 2015, they released an album. Was it called A, American Beauty, American Psycho? B, American Beauty, Immigrant Psycho? Or C, American Beauty, Political Psycho?
That's by who?
Fall Out Boy. This is their 2015 album.
I'm going to go with C.
No, it's A. American Beauty, American Psycho, because people just shorten it to ABAP for short.
That was my second choice. I was going with American Psycho or Political Psycho. That would have been 2015. If that was 2050, it would have been right around the election or something. Maybe.
Yeah, well, I think it was kind of a political statement, but I'm not necessarily sure.
Maybe not put political in the title so it looks
so it doesn't steer people away because you know how some people can get. But
think about that one.
This last one. Again, we're going back to Bring Me the Horizon. This was their 2010 album. It is it's pretty known for being one of their better albums, but it's also well known for having an obnoxiously long song album title. So we have A, There Is a Hell, Believe Me I've Seen It. There Is a Heaven, But I Don't Believe It. B, There Is a Hell, Bad People See It. There is a heaven, but no one believes it. Or C, There is a hell, believe me I've seen it. There is a heaven, let's keep it a secret.
C.
Yes, that's what it's called. Most people just call it There Is a Hell because the rest is just a mouthful. So you got 3 out of 13 correct. My dad got 6 out of 10, I believe, which, you know, it is what it is. We're not trying to have a competition. I just kind of find these cool as, you know, it gives you more insight as to, you know, what's out there. And I guess for those of you that don't know the song titles, go type them into YouTube yourself, even though it'll probably take you like 10 minutes.
I don't know half the ones you just did.
Well, yeah, because like I said, these aren't usually well-known songs because these aren't songs you would typically make like the singles because it just people forget long song titles easily. So if you have a song titled like Scream to a song that's One Day the Only Butterflies Left Will Be, and you're going to make the song name Scream, the single, because it's just easy to remember. People can go back to it easy, but unless you're a diehard fan, you're probably not going to listen to most of these songs in general because you have to listen to the albums to really listen to them at all. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. We didn't do a video last year, so I guess this makes up for it. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Tell me in the comments below or leave a like if you want to see more videos like this with more people, even though I don't know anybody else I can get on with me that doesn't, like, you're fine with being on camera. My dad can be on camera, but nobody else in my family really likes to be on camera, so. And I don't really know that many YouTubers that well, so that's that, I guess. It's pretty sad, but yeah, stay safe out there. Wear your mask, and until then, I will catch you all in the next one.